We are the American Legion Department of New Jersey. Be the one.
Told you I'm not an AV guy.
But you play it on TV.
Yeah, do something.
I thought you see it at Holiday Inn Express last night.
Listen, you're sending out emails while you're sitting there.
My name is Matt Chabot. I'm a U.S. Army veteran and a former combat medic in Kuwait and Iraq. I'm also a proud member of the Corey Edwin Garber American Legion Post 202 in Topsom, Maine. And I want to welcome you to the American Legion. First and foremost, thank you for joining the nation's largest and most influential veterans organization. We have a proud history and a bright future thanks to your membership. Let me share a glimpse into the journey you're about to take. The American Legion operates on 4 different levels, as our preamble states, through individual obligation to the community, state, and nation. As individual veterans, we each have a mission to strengthen the nation we swore with our lives to defend. Working as a team, just like we did in the military, we strengthen one community at a time through programs, projects, and services that collectively improve all of our states and the entire nation. The American Legion is built on 4 founding pillars: veterans, defense, Americanism, and youth. Under each pillar are programs, services, and values that guide our volunteer work, our advocacy, and our camaraderie. Some members operate in all of the pillars, others choose just 1 or 2 that appeal to them most. However you choose, the Legion has something for everyone under each of the pillars that guide our organization. And for those veterans who do not want to get deeply involved, your membership is equally essential to help us live up to our highest values. Let's start with veterans. The American Legion trains and certifies more than 3,000 service officers who represent veterans and their families with their VA claims, healthcare needs, education, career opportunities, and so much more, all free of charge across the country and beyond. Specialized training required of service officers is funded by the American Legion Veterans and Children Foundation. Veterans and their families rely on service officers to show them where to turn, and they rely on trained, accredited American Legion service officers to assist them with the actual filing of claims, application for benefits, and other more personal needs. No matter the position American Legion members hold at the local post, they provide millions of volunteer hours at VA facilities and state veterans' homes each year. They also help families navigate the system and put smiles on the faces of veterans who may otherwise be alone or disabled. One of our fastest growing programs is the Buddy Check, where our members simply call on local veterans who may be isolated and in need. Our sole purpose is to find out how veterans of all ages are doing and to let them know that the Legion is there for them. In many communities, the American Legion leads efforts to help homeless veterans get back on their feet and get the care they need. On the legislative front, the American Legion works every day with elected officials to pass legislation and shape policies that help veterans and their families. This advocacy extends from the State House to the White House, Capitol Hill, and the Pentagon. Some of our chief areas of emphasis on behalf of veterans include timely, quality health care, smooth, fair processing of veterans' benefits, career and business opportunities, education and training, suicide prevention and mental health treatment, and support for caregivers. Throughout history, the Legion has pioneered life-changing developments such as the GI Bill and its many renditions since the American Legion drafted the original legislation in 1944. Acceptance and care for veterans facing post-traumatic stress disorder. Government accountability for veterans exposed to toxic contamination while in service. Peer-to-peer outreach through vet centers, buddy checks, and assistance for families facing unexpected issues. Oversight and support of the Department of Veterans Affairs and related agencies. We help bring VA into existence and have a deep stake in making sure it's well-funded, well-staffed, and serving veterans with the best care possible. How else do we help veterans? Transition assistance has been central to our organization's identity since the end of World War I, when veterans had no support systems to help them return to civilian life. The American Legion Veterans Employment and Education Commission leads programs and services that include more than 1,000 veteran career events a year, business workshops specifically designed for veterans, networking with businesses and veteran-friendly employers, credits for certification in specialized career fields from long-haul trucking to cybersecurity to healthcare. This organization firmly believes that a veteran is a veteran, regardless of race, gender, duty station, or rank at discharge. There was no room for prejudice when we were fighting in uniform, and the same holds true in the American Legion. And that brings me to defense. Active duty, National Guard, and Reserve members of our nation's armed forces have no better friend than the American Legion. We have been there. We have done that. We get it. Local posts near military installations have not only the opportunity, but a responsibility to make connections with area commands, armories, and reserve centers to let them know that the American Legion stands ready to help all who are stationed there, as well as their families. The American Legion's Base Assessment and Service Member Experience Program, or BASE, connects the Legion with military installations to learn the needs of the personnel and their families so that we can provide the help they really need. In hundreds of communities around the world, Legion posts have activities like holiday parties for military families, fishing derbies, deployment salutes, welcome home celebrations, and much, much more. Many posts across the country also prepare and send care packages to men and women who are serving far from home. On the policy level in Washington and at state capitals, the American Legion works to improve quality of life for those who serve, from housing to the availability of commissaries and spouse support, promote the honorable nature and lifelong value of service to young people who may be interested in joining the military, fast-track U.S. citizenship for immigrants and legal residents who serve or have served honorably in the United States Armed Forces, deliver to Washington and the public a message of peace through strength, which only happens through a well-funded military with the equipment, weapons, and numbers needed to succeed. Assist our brave allies who served as interpreters alongside our troops in the global war on terrorism. Provide fair and effective benefits and services for military retirees. As we work on behalf of those still in uniform, it's important to remember that current service members are eligible for American Legion membership. They are, by definition, the next generation of veterans and American Legion members. Often, those current service members are familiar with the American Legion through one of our youth programs under the pillar of Americanism. Americanism is in our blood. No other organization does more to advance national pride in justice, freedom, and democracy than the American Legion, especially among young people. In many communities, posts collect worn-out flags and conduct respectful flag retirement ceremonies, often with the help from scouts or other youth groups. Legionnaires teach flag respect to young people from the unique perspective as veterans who fought under the colors of our country. The American Legion led the first national conferences that established U.S. flag code, which includes guidelines for proper use, display and respect for the American flag, and those guidelines are now law. Now, the American Legion is recognized as the leading ambassador for our nation's colors. And in nearly every community, the American Legion takes command of patriotic observances, ceremonies, and care for military memorials and monuments. At the local, state, and national levels, most American Legion youth programs come within the pillar of Americans. American Legion Boys State and Boys Nation programs show young men how government works in a democracy. This first-hand experience is described as a week that shapes a lifetime. More than 19,000 young men attend American Legion Boys State and Boys Nation programs every year, and Post Everywhere helps select and sponsor participants, as well as organize and operate the programs. These talented high school juniors not only learn civics, they live civics by setting up, legislating, and governing mock state and federal governments. Also, the American Legion Auxiliary conducts Girls State and Girls Nation, which provides the same opportunities for young women. The American Legion Oratorical Contest inspires young people to learn the U.S. Constitution and love the freedoms that have been purchased through military sacrifice. American Legion Baseball is much more than a game. It is a lesson in responsible citizenship, teamwork, fitness, and discipline, and that's what sets American Legion Baseball apart. American Legion Junior Shooting Sports creates opportunities for young people to compete at the local, state, and national levels in marksmanship, an activity that prepares youth for scholarship opportunities, military service, and even a shot at the Olympics. The American Legion also awards millions of dollars to our youth each year. These scholarships are presented at the local, state, and national levels. American Legion families worldwide, from Thailand to the heartland, dedicate millions of dollars, volunteer hours, and resources each year to help children. The American Legion's Temporary Financial Assistance Program has issued nearly $18 million in cash grants for military personnel and veterans with children at home who are facing unexpected financial emergencies. Local posts raise millions more each year to help families facing healthcare emergencies or other crises. Along with that, the American Legion's Child Welfare Foundation provides between $500,000 and $1 million a year in grants for nonprofit organizations and agencies that help children confronting healthcare issues, unstable homes, bullying, mental illness, spiritual dilemmas, and more. Every child deserves an opportunity to succeed, regardless of circumstances. That spirit is what drives our youth pillar forward. In addition to our 4 pillars, the American Legion also serves communities through disaster relief. More than $10 million in American Legion National Emergency Fund grants have been awarded in communities since 1989 alone. Untold volunteer hours and supplies have been donated by the American Legion family to help communities recover from disasters. As a new member, I strongly urge you to get engaged. Read the American Legion magazine, visit the national website at legion.org, follow our social media, subscribe to our national e-newsletters, and stay informed through your local and department American Legion media channels. By staying informed, you'll soon learn that the American Legion is all about a special kind of camaraderie. Ours is a network of veterans around the planet, connected by shared experience and values that strengthen America and the world. We fulfill our founding purposes by making important differences in the lives of others. To me, and hopefully to you, these are some of the best reasons to join the American Legion and stay a member for years to come. Welcome to the family.
Well, that's one example. If you show that to some potential new members, and they say, well, what's the American Legion all about? That tells you everything you need to know about the American Legion. Who we are, what we do, what we've done. And if somebody still doesn't want to join after that,
Let's get to the purpose and the relevance of this testimony.
We're not going to make you watch congressional testimony.
before I forget, over here on this table, I have a whole bunch of stuff, but the first thing I want to talk about is that the commander's pin. If you recruit 2 new members, and you fill out this form, Commander Chano will send you his personal membership pin. Do you have one with you, the commander?
No.
Oh, okay. But believe me, it's a beautiful pin.
Nothing like putting them on the
It's
spot.
a beautiful pin. It looks just like this. And he would autograph it for you. But nice, but it's simple. Just 2 new members, fill out this form, send it in to Tricia and Trenton. Within a week or so, you'll get a commander's pin. I've on this table here the code to get to the training. Why Should I Belong books. This is a great gift to give to somebody who's thinking about becoming a member. All the benefits that veterans have in New Jersey, whether they're a member or not, but let them know what the benefits they have. We got forms for signing up if you have a change to your commander or adjutant form, a change to your post officer form. These forms are very important because in Trenton, if you fill out a post officer form and you don't put down someone who's your Boy State chairman, you're not going to get any notifications about what's going on in Boy State. And if a boy walks in and wants to join, you're not going to know anything. You always have to put down somebody for the Boy State chairman, whether he's really going to fill that role or not. That way he'll get the mailings from excuse me, you get a mailing from Trenton about what's going on in Boy State. The notification report is very important because the commander and the adjutant are the ones that have access to my Legion. So if you have a commander and an adjutant that's changed and somebody new comes in and you don't fill out this form, they're not going to have my access to my Legion. We got plenty of new cards for signing up new members. Some information about the New Jersey Property Tax Program for Veterans. Once again, this is I was surprised at one time at my post, I talked about this. I must have had 4 or 5 members saying, really? I said, you're a veteran, you never, in my town, you never applied for that? No, nobody told me about it. So go over this table. The more you take, and of course my cards that I'm trying to get rid of. Please
You got a
take some of
couple
this-
months left, Mike. I wouldn't,
I still gotta have a 3 box of
it ain't
home.
over till it's over.
So please come over here, see what you need. We have membership data forms. If a member changes his address or something, and this you need to use if you are recruiting somebody out of post 1000 into your post, or from any other post to your post. So, and I've had these forever, little mini pockets of the Constitution of the United States. Been trying to get rid of this for years, so please peruse this table. Now then, questions, comments, suggestions, recommendations. Sophia.
I just have comments. The vice mayor did a great job with this training. They're all over the state of New Jersey, up and down, working very hard for our members of the American Legion. Because it's so important that membership matters and we need members. Thank you to our commander for being supportive. I approached him early on. I said, Commander, we have to start this early, you know, membership because of our situation. And he supported us along the way with this membership training. And these guys jumped right on it and they're doing a wonderful job. So please, support them. They're here for you. So you have their numbers, call them. You can always call me. But they love what they're doing now, doing the membership and stuff like that. I'm always available 24/7. I'm retired.
I'll probably take a little interest.
I have nothing else better to do. But reach out to them, reach out to me anytime you want. My number is 201-859-0921.
No card?
I didn't bring it with me. Carrie's gonna
Just put it in the back of Joel's car. Got it on speed dial.
That form is also for the SL. But great job, guys. Continue on, you guys are rocking.
You didn't tell them that you threatened us with the lowest scoring vice commander is going to get a rubber chicken at convention.
So there's one thing every year, and this has been going on for a long time. Whoever's in last place, a county gets the golden bowl, right? So years ago, they used to call it Comrade Chicken before the golden bowl. So this year decided I asked permission for the commander also. I said, little fun competition between the district vice commanders. So whoever comes in last place by May will get the rubber chicken.
Well, that was something we instituted this year. National gave us a number that we had to have our goal by May or June 31st of 29.9. So we came up with the idea that each district had a number of their counties, they had a number that they had to come up with. And Sophia took it one step further, and if you were last, you get the chicken.
The rubber chicken. So she might be eating rubber chicken.
Huh?
So she's District 4 right now. So District 4 is in last place right now. So she might get the rubber
We
chicken.
got a long way to go.
Sophia, are you still going to do something with the last place county?
The last place count is is going to get the
Still
golden
get
ball.
the
Still
golden
going
ball.
to be the golden ball. So again, it's great. They're improving every day with membership. The numbers are going up. So this is all about what we talked about outreach. Okay, outreach. The key is outreach and having that elevator speech ready. Why do you want to join our organization? Ask them. But these guys, they have it. Great training for national. We keep on rocking. Ask anybody. Call them anytime. That's all.
We are the American Legion Department of New Jersey. Be the one.